just going to show you how to make my ground bait mix. I've got marine halibut method mix by Dynamite Baits. Just going to put a small amount of that in there because I'm only fishing for a day. I'm not making any spot mix or anything. Because I'm fishing for carp, roach, bream and tench, I want quite a fluffy mix, especially in a cage feeder. And then a little bit of hemp and corn. Probably that will do. Maybe a bit more. So let's mix it around. Always mix the dry particles first, or the dry things first. And I'm going to use not a massive amount, but a few Strawberry Fish Frenzy by Nash Baits. They are in the 3mm variety. Okay, so there you can see there's lots of particles. I might actually add a bit more ground bait because I've put too much particles in, because you want it to stick together, but you don't want it to fall apart too quickly, but you also want it to fall apart quickly in the water, but you want it to stay in the method or the feeder that you're using when you cast. Now I'm also using some Fish Frenzy inducer, which is Halibut Frenzy, and I've watered that down so that I can mix it in with the ground bait a lot better. Do a little bit of a time, and I always find that if you use a bank stick, you can mix ground bait a lot better because you can get all around the corners. Okay, so that's not wet enough yet, so a bit more. And I always do my ground bait at the start of the session, before my rod's even set up. Right, that's getting there. Just get a little bit more water from the lake. Always use lake water as well. And always add little bits of water or flavourings at a time. Because you can always add water, but you can't take it away. Right, that's perfect now, because you can squish it but it falls apart lovely. Okay, I've just passed out my carp rod, got my ground bait mixed up. I'm just going to do a few casts with my feeder rod before I put my hook on, just to get a better bait out whilst I'm tying my hook, tying it to the line. The fish to come in before I get started, so hopefully I'll get a quick bite up once I get it in. Okay. Right, I've already said that Alex has been fishing with us and he's caught his first fish so far.
It's a nice rod, and my float just dipped away. I struck, and there's a nice little rod on the end. Slip her back. Hope we get some more later on. And that was on the corn. Seems to be working okay. Let's get my rig back out, hopefully catch another fish.
It's raining now, it's about 2:30. We haven't had any fish since Alex's rod, which was caught at about 11. So we've decided to move. The swims we have chosen are the ones closest to the dam, and therefore having the deepest water. It's still only about 5 foot deep. This lake is a very shallow lake, and we'll feel that because of the rain we've had the last 2 or 3 days, the water temperature is quite cold, so we think all the main fish, or most of the fish, will be in the shallows. The guy who was fishing in this swim before us, he had a 12-pound carp, a few tench, so I really do hope we can catch one. So yeah, we'll see if we can catch a fish. Well, the move paid off-ish. I had my first really decent bite of the day. Completely missed it. Feel like such a wombat. But we've had a couple of bleeps on our carp rods each. And it's looking like we made the right decision to move. So hopefully we'll see you when we catch fish.
I've got one on the feeder and worm. Oh, what is it? I think it's a nice skimmer.
It could be a perch actually.
Oh,
It's a roach.
It's a roach.
Decent sized roach.
It's in the net. Let's have a look. And we'll get it onto the soft grass. Oh my! There we go. Lovely fish. 12 ounce. I think it might be a roach bream hybrid. The fins and the tail look like it is. Still a nice fish. On the feeder and worm. Let's get her back.
Go.
Awesome.
This is the rig I used today. It was 2 pieces of normal corn with a topped off with a bit of fake corn, just to give a bit of buoyancy. Which is on a blowback rig style rig with a quarter wide gape barbless hook, bit of shrink tubing just to give the hooking angle a lot more it's a lot more aggressive angle. 15-pound braid with a bit of rig putty, and another bit of shrink tubing to stop it from tangling, because it can't get past there, it won't tangle. And a 1.5 ounce avid carp inline lead, and then about a foot and a bit of silk green rig tubing, and that was cast out to there, just beyond the lilies. So yeah. Well, it's the end of the session now. Alex had 2 fish, I didn't catch anything, but to be honest the conditions weren't great. We had either bright sunshine or it was cloudy but very cold. It didn't help also that there was a lot of rain the last couple of days, which meant the water temperature was a lot colder than we wanted it to be. Having said that, Alex's fish were very nice, especially that 12 ounce roach bream hybrid. I did have bites, I just didn't hook them unfortunately. But hopefully next time I go fishing is going to be with Alex and Carl again, back up the lake where we did the night session. We're doing another night session, hoping for some more big carp and tench, maybe some bream this time. So until then, tight lines and wet nets.